Hey, folks, welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out. I'm your nerderator, Dustin House, spreading that good word about affiliate marketing. You're going to find me here every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:15 Pacific time on LinkedIn and YouTube Live. So please put it on the calendar and stop by for my guest of the day. And today that is Ayush. He is co-founder of Speedy brand. Welcome to the Nerdatorium, Ayush.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks for having me here.
You got it. Well, you were a last minute sub in for your other co-founder who I'm friends with out there. So
Yeah,
that's a little bit of a is everything okay with him?
he's doing great. I mean, we have like calls lined up all day for some for of our like product demo, sales teams, and all that. So Justin
Gotcha.
has previously talked to you, and he was like, "Anyone interested?" I'm like, "Yeah, I would love to talk to Justin. Let's
Awesome.
go for it." Yeah.
Well, I've heard you've taken a listen to some of my past episodes. I appreciate you being a listener and a supporter. And for those of you that want to be in this seat, come on and be my guest. Go to dustinhouse.com/nerd and tell me what you want to nerd out about. We are going to be doing some live Q&A with an AI expert, super techie, but he is going to show us the cool things that they are doing over at Speedy Brand. So any questions you have for me or him about affiliate or AI, drop them in that chat. Our question of the day: what AI tools are you using for your workflow? So let me know in the chat. And without
That's
further
a hard
ado,
question.
it is not a bad question. We'll see how you take that in. I, without further ado, Ayush, who are you?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So I am essentially one of the co-founders at Speedy Brand. Speedy Brand is helping small businesses and enterprise do SEO marketing. So one of our special, so a little bit about me. I previously worked in companies like Microsoft, Nextdoor, and I've been like a AI engineer there. Done like feed personalization, feed ranking. So yeah, I mean, all in all, one of the AI members, co-AI members in the Speedy team. What Speedy is, we are helping SMBs, like I said, doing content marketing. So our specialization is building custom AI models for each business that understand the brand tone of your business. So say if you're a Shopify store selling like books, let's say they're specific kind of books, you have a specific tone, a genre you want to learn about. So a generic AI model like ChatGPT would not be enough. So we basically take those, fine tune those models on your data. Uh, it can be public source data and also private. And we make it understand your product, your brand tone, your target audience, everything. And then we compile a broader SEO strategy that you can execute on in multiple ways in the product. I know I
Gotcha.
said a lot there, so I'm happy to elaborate as you go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you answered a question that I didn't even ask yet. So let's just slow it down. I use right. I'll have some questions around here. We'll get to your stuff. I just want to know who you are. Like your background is in tech. It's in AI. It's in
Mhm.
content. It's in SEO. You have a very diverse background, which is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, so my broader, I'm an engineer by
Okay.
profession. I've done like masters in UC San Diego in artificial intelligence. And before that, I was working in Microsoft in the Azure team, right? So that's my both by learning and both by profession. I'm an engineer, and I've been in this space for almost a decade at this point.
Okay.
And yeah, I've worked in like multiple places. I was previously in India, uh, working in Hyderabad, which is one of the tech hubs in there, and then I moved to San Francisco after my masters in last 7 years.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And tell me about your guys' brand name origin story. How did
Yeah,
Speedy Brand come up?
that's a good one. So we were basically in 2020 during COVID. We made a platform called Vetan where we were helping small businesses uh, do the employee payroll management. And this was primarily in Southeast Asia because we realized that companies are pretty adapted with tech in the States. but there's a lot of like tech adoption going on in India. So we said like for businesses, they can enroll their employees in this platform and they can manage their payroll there. So we did that. We served like 30,000 small businesses, but as you know, like during COVID, the businesses were struggling. So they were a bit hesitant to pay for that platform, and we started talking to them on like, what do you, how can we help you grow better? We realized like digital adoption for first-time businesses is pretty challenging, and especially like putting themselves out there, marketing themselves in platform like Facebook, Instagram, like they don't know how to go with the best foot forward in those platforms. So we realize they are more than willing to pay anyone if you help them grow their business, and they want to see like a quick turnaround of their brand building, right? So that's where the idea of Speedy brand comes in. You kind of leverage
Awesome.
AI to build your brand quickly in all these platforms. Put your best foot forward as far as marketing goes. And also, like
Awesome.
we doubled down on during 2021, we were doing blockchain. Jatin must have talked to you about this. Like BlockDog was one of our platforms, and there we were also leveraging AI for marketing for ourselves. So it's a little bit of personal inspiration and also the customer feedback that we got from these ventures that led to this name to some extent. Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about what you guys are doing and who you're serving out there with this with Speedy Brand.
Yeah. We are, like I said, a custom AI model machine. So you on board with us, we are doing AI powered SEO marketing for your business. So you are a Shopify store, you come to Speedy, we build a custom AI model for you that helps you write an SEO strategy. Then it helps you execute on that with blogs and social media content with images. And also we do competitor research. So if you tell us your competitors, then we can figure out what strategy is working for them, and you can also leverage that in the platform. We also
Hmm.
monitor what's trending in your industry, right? So for example, if you are a coffee shop and you learn about, hey, today Seth Rogen coffee shop is trending, then you would probably want to write about this because your customers care about it. So we monitor those trending topics for you. So all of that is encompassed in this SEO strategy for your business, which is hyper customized, hyper personalized for your brand, for your target audience, and that's what Speedy is for you.
Okay, awesome. And I would love to just give a quick demo of my favorite feature of your guys. So I've been utilizing your guys' product
Yep.
for creating content and like helping my workflow. And like your image generation on this tool is so much fun. It is the best on the market. Midjourney has an outstanding product with a standalone,
Mhm.
but from my experience using probably a dozen different AI generated tools
Mhm.
to create images, I love yours the best outside of that. So like I can write whatever random thoughts come to my head and put it into my blog post. And so I just wrote out a CEO overlord shooting lightning rods out of their hands on a volcano at citizens or civilians. And I'm going to push generate and see what happens. I'll come back to it when it comes up.
Okay.
But I just absolutely love that feature that you guys have,
Yeah.
and I've been utilizing it for thumbnails on my LinkedIn articles and just having a lot of fun with it. It's
Yeah.
really eye catching.
I mean, it's amazing to see how folks use it and like how they prompt the AI engine. When we This is a fun fact. Like when we build that AI engine for your business, we actually understand your brand's color scheme as well. So we try to put that in the image as much as possible. That's kind of subtle, but we felt like it adds a personal touch to the model. Um,
And it is very apparent here. Like as here's my results. Love what I've got going on here with my CEO overlord and beautiful picture. Like, and if I just tweak a little bit, like not shooting lightning rods, instead he's shooting, you know, what if I just write thunderbolts instead? and regenerate. It's going to give me something completely new, which I absolutely love. We'll come back to it
Yeah.
when it creates, but it only takes like a minute, maybe most of the time. Really quick, like coming up with those images, which I absolutely love.
This is one of the hot features because I think businesses care about those copyright images as well. You know, like they don't want to use like custom stock images and then figure out like how who to tag and stuff like that. They want their own proprietary images, and it's just fast,
Yeah,
like you said, like getting this out in a minute, in less than a minute. So it's just amazing that
yeah.
people love it, and yeah, I think it's one of the hot features.
Yeah, and here's my new version. They changed the focus and the angle, and just super cool. Love that feature. Go try it out with yourself with the free trial out there. Tell me about your guys' process. How the problems you guys are solving. I would love to hear what you guys are trying to solve out there.
Yeah, I mean, so one thing we are going for is effectiveness in marketing, right? So marketing has been like it's a long workflow. Like as a small business owner, you only have like limited bandwidth to context switch across different tasks. Like you have to serve your customers, you have to collect their feedback and figure out what should you promote about the brand outside. So what at the end of the day Speedy is trying to do is making your life as a business owner a little easier, right?
Great.
Especially if you don't have a big ass marketing team out there, then you need
Yeah,
that support, and that's where AI in the last 1 year has really shined, right? So it's like helping you get those workflows at least 60, 70, 80% done, and then with the final touches you can think about like being the editor. So even if you are a marketing person, say if you have a business and you have this one marketing person who's awesome at doing what they are doing, uh, they can do so much more if you take out the tedious work of writing everything in the beginning, right? And you can become, instead of become a writer, you can become a content editor with Speedy. So that's what we are going for essentially, making your life a little easier. And how we do it is a separate question. I think we can talk about that as well.
oh, absolutely, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But let's go over the pros and cons of why using an AI tool is beneficial to companies. And
Yeah,
I've got some cons in my back pocket. I'm not going to give it you the hard stuff, but
yeah,
give me the pros and cons that come to your mind
yeah,
for AI content
absolutely.
generation.
I think, like I said, the one thing is like you can get those initial few drafts out of your content, especially in this space, or even if you're doing anything else, right? Just getting those out in marketing is solid. But one thing that I love using AI content tools for is like also brainstorming, right? Just like how you
Right.
were getting those prompts out, figuring out like, oh, if this image is going to look good or not. It's a sort of like a brainstorm. But even on the research front, like figuring out, oh, what's what is I have this keyword in mind. What are the topics that I can write about, give that are
Okay.
relevant to my business? And I have this website from my competitor. How can I figure out like what's working for them and what could be like the initial thoughts? So I think the barrier to moving on to the next step in almost any workflow has reduced because of AI, because you don't have to worry much about like what to write. 80% of stuff
Uh,
is done by AI pretty much.
okay. Awesome. And I think one of the biggest cons and scariest parts about this, about using AI generated content, could be like uh, the concept that you might not own that content.
Yeah,
So
at least,
AI generated, like, uh, in your opinion,
yeah,
does AI own my content that I'm using your tool with?
yeah. I mean, so I think the previous, getting back to the previous point, what you were saying, I think it's more about hallucination, right? So one of the cons that you might say about using AI is that it hallucinates, it provides like wrong information at times. Um, but things like that also happen with content writers as well, right? They might have a wrong perception of the business at times. It might not be that
Okay.
wildly off, but that's why there is a role of content editor that sits on top, right? I mean, who actually validates that what's written is fine, it's making sense, and not like that. So I would say still pros, in my mind at least, outweigh the cons for using AI. Uh, but yeah, that's one thing definitely worth looking forward to, and that's why I believe there's a human AI augmentation. That's much more important than AI
Oh,
replacing the the humans in their job, pretty much.
that's a great point. And so, like, how what's a best practice that folks can use? Because I don't want to just pile out piles of AI content that doesn't represent my voice or
Yeah,
doesn't that writes content that may be wrong. I don't want to risk my brand doing that. Is there
yeah.
a good way to evaluate a piece of content that your guys' tool uses and then like tweak it? Is there best practice there?
Yeah, I mean, so first thing I would say suggest folks using AI tools is try to find tools that actually optimize the model for your business, right? Because ultimately, if you are using something which is trained across like the whole internet, you are getting pieces of information that's not optimized for you, that might be inaccurate, that might be not your style. So look for products out there in AI that actually optimize or personalize the model for you, right? Using your internal data sets. But uh, yeah, I mean, and for the best practice, I would say still validate the content a little bit once that it builds it out,
Validate.
right? Yeah, I mean, you have to make sure that the links that are getting there are right, because if you, let's say, have a blog where you have five links, but three of them don't work because AI hallucinated, um, then you're at the risk of Google penalizing you, because people might come to your website, they might not find relevant
Oh.
links. Google will think like, oh, this is not a good blog, because people are bouncing off it, right? Because it's invalid.
What are some of those best practices or even tools to validate that the content that you're creating is valid and unique?
Valid and unique. Unique for uniqueness. I mean, once you, I think, optimize. There are a lot of tools out there in the internet. You
Okay.
can have like plagiarism check and stuff. I think Grammarly is one of the famous one that does that.
Oh.
But I would be careful with how it validates, because a lot of times it just does like if you have a string like I think XYZ, and that's a phrase like people use a lot of times. So it gives itself like a bad score. It thinks it's like, oh, it's not
Hmm.
original. But in general, I would say I think ultimately you need to have that. See, whatever you do, whatever tool you use, at the end of the day, you would want someone before it goes on your website to look at it, have a quick glance at it, right? So nothing beats, I think, that final human touch. But you can
For
only
sure.
make sure that the AI is like 90, 95, 99% there. But you need that final validation to come from the human. At least that's my personal opinion.
That's a good point. And I've used other tools playing around with this as a content creator. And uh, I think the most popular name out there in the market today is ChatGPT. And I
Yeah.
think people fail miserably when they try to ask ChatGPT to write a piece of content,
Mhm.
and they're not going to get that valid. And it's definitely not going to be unique, in my opinion. But why does ChatGPT have such a strong hold on this market, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, so that's a great question. I think they have the first movers advantage. This is one of the companies, OpenAI, like coming out with this model that surprisingly whips out, at least in the first time, very human-like content. Right? No one was actually doing it at that scale, and they had this advantage of starting first. Then I think it's also appealing as the first thing you want to try, right? Because uh, it's you can also play around with it for free. I think that's how it started, right?
Yeah.
So then, if you are a marketer, if you are a real estate person, if you're working in any industry, reporting is something you do a lot, perhaps, right? Or if you're doing research, you'll do that as well, quite a bit. So ChatGPT provides that initial framework where you can play around and see if this is a thing for you or not. Is AI generated content actually a thing for you, and if it works for you or not? And they do it in a very intuitive interface, like the Chat GPT, the chat interface where you can just ask a question to the AI models. And I think that's one thing that they have done well. they have reduced the barrier of entry for anyone. Right, you don't have to go through the AI, sorry, UI of any tool to understand how to play with it. You chat, everyone chats, they come in, the interface itself sort of, you know, validates it. So I think that's why they have, but the recent reports are otherwise saying opposite, right? I mean, right now, the compared to last year, ChatGPT usage is 11% lower, right? The growth at least is
Okay.
11% lower. People are slowly catching up. The market is getting competitive, and people are exploring other tools as well. So yes, I mean, they do have it, but I think it's slowly going to become stagnant.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a natural
Mhm.
progression. Like whoever leads the market and gets there
Yeah.
first is always going to absorb it early on. But there are so many AI products out there that are doing great work. And
Yeah.
so, for those of you that are using like ChatGPT on the free version, there is also the $20 version that makes you better at what you do. And you can use that for API access to like build your own stuff as well. But what's a good practice of when to use ChatGPT and when not to use it?
Um, I would probably rephrase this as like when to be extra cautious versus when to trust it like blindly. I think uh, things like when you are doing, say, more analytical question where you have like numbers, right? I think ChatGPT is still not there yet. So say if you give it like a 10Q report on Uber, right, and you have this PDF that you want it to scan, I think it still struggle with those tasks, right? Because it won't figure out like how to read the fine details in the PDF, especially as it gets long. So I would say for medium to short form content, ChatGPT does great. Even long form content, you can figure it out by chaining different prompts. But at the end of the day, if it's like very mathematical, for example, you would have to be extra cautious to see that the numbers it's whipping out are actually making sense or not. That's where I would say you should be careful using it and trusting it blindly.
That's a great point. And I like to adjust content and get content ideas, but I don't necessarily utilize it for making anything exact the way. I mean, ChatGPT is never even kind of come close to my voice because I'm a goofy guy. Like even if you try to like adjust a script to being funny or something, like I have not found a good voice of funny that I find is funny, and uh, I want to bring in the folks that are in tune with me, and it sounds like my voice. Just haven't done it yet, but one of these days I think it'll get there.
Yeah, we should take your transcripts and put it on Speedy so that we can make a custom chat GPT just for your use case, and then you can use it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I'd love to. That sounds awesome. All right, we're going to take a break here and get into our sponsor of the day. And I just want to thank Gabriella over at Bright Valley Marketing. If you manage an affiliate site in 2024, you know it's harder than ever to rank in Google. That's because Google favors brands more than anything. Brands are trustworthy, brands are reliable, and brands are talked about in the media. One of the best ways to build your brand this year is to invest in digital PR campaigns, a service that my friends over at Bright Valley Marketing offer to affiliate sites like yours. So, with Bright Valley digital PR campaigns, you'll land high DR backlinks from USA's most renowned media outlets such as CBS News, ABC News, and many more. And with an average of 20 to 30 links secured per campaign, Bright Valley is your trusted digital PR agency. Reach out to brightvalleymarketing.com for more info or to kick off your first campaign. That link is going to be in the description of this Nerd Out session. So please go check them out. And thank you so much for being a sponsor in there. And moving forward, how do people use your tool in affiliate? I want to cater this message to the affiliate marketing world. How are you seeing affiliates use Speedy Brand right now?
Um, so I think we have our affiliate program is seeing a lot of success. I mean, when people do use it, they get like 30% of the overall revenue from the folks that come from the affiliate link. So in that
Yeah.
regard, I think it's a very good growth mechanism for any affiliate program. Uh, and I think affiliate programs generally are using, like, if they use Speedy to churn out content, then they are using it especially to talk about how they are good, how they are, how their affiliate program and affiliate network is solid, and getting the message out there essentially, just like any other marketing company. That's where I think they're using it. But so far, they're getting like great results with how they are able to spread the word.
Okay.
And
Uh,
if you, we are
yeah.
also like publishing case studies recently where people are seeing like 1,000% improvement in impressions over a month, right? I mean, things like that are happening if you're using it Speedy for SEO marketing.
Gotcha. And you guys have your own affiliate program that you're running, and
Yep.
um, to promote those tools. And I think naturally, the folks that are using your tools, there's probably a large majority of content sites that are out there that are affiliates of other products that are using your product. And when they use your product, now they become an evangelist. They have that firsthand experience, which makes content really great for the affiliates that you guys bring in the program.
Mm-hmm.
And what about oh, what were you gonna say there?
No, no, good. I mean, you pretty much summed it up nicely, so I didn't
Oh,
feel the need to add more to it.
awesome, awesome. And the way I preach affiliate managers to use tools like yours to generate that kind of content for their affiliates is, yeah, you're trying to make your life on the affiliates in your program as easy as possible. And if I
Mm-hmm.
can create the content
Mm-hmm.
in their voice, that's
Yeah.
even better. Like, and give them a nice optimized piece of content that they can do very minimal edits to.
Yep.
That's an incredible value add for an affiliate manager to give those affiliates.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of times when affiliates spread the word on a tool, they, I think some of them are like bundling things up, right? So say Speedy kind of fits well with any other tool out there, right? Then, and if you're part of both of those, if you're basically an affiliate program, you're signed up for the affiliate program for both of those tools, then Speedy is able to whip out content that actually is creative and is bundling things based on the target audience. So say if you Dustin are promoting Speedy, and you do you feel any other tool can combine with Speedy? Maybe it's like a sales tool that you are affiliate programmer, right? So there's like this sales company and there's Speedy. And people who are doing marketing, they probably are also interested in sales sometimes, right? So Speedy can help you bundle the content such that you can promote to you can sell both the sales tool and the marketing tool to this audience. And that's where I think the power of AI really shines out, right? I mean, you don't have to think about what this target audience be interested in from the scratch. A lot of the initial work would be done that AI model that's really trained for you.
Awesome. Awesome. If you would like to support this show, go to dustinhouse.com/speedy and go try this out yourself. This is a tool that can be used as affiliate and as an affiliate manager. And on top of that, affiliate managers that are trying to become affiliates themselves. This is a great way for you to be an affiliate of a product that you're utilizing, and you can suggest to affiliates in your program, and you can become an affiliate of this program and earn some side hustle cash out there and try to live that affiliate dream that we all have out there. So go check out dustinhouse.com/speedy and get yourself a free trial. Try it out for yourself. All right. It is time for you to defend your post. Now, this is a secret segment that not a lot of people get, but I took something from your LinkedIn profile and now you've got to defend it. So, you and Justin both promoted this. We just launched on Product Hunt a power packed version of Speedy, the all you need SEO tool to rank higher on Google. Tell me why you guys are so big on what Product Hunt is doing to for exposure. Is this a secret tool that I just don't know about enough?
So Product Hunt, I think it has a solid community of
Okay.
people who basically, I mean, any product would want to find people who 10 people who love the product, right? I mean, you want
Yeah.
those people who would spread the word. And we believe like product hunt community is that. I mean, it can get you those champions, initial champions of the product who would try the product out of curiosity, and if they love it, then they would also spread the word. And we have been lucky to do that as well. Like so, anytime we have this, every few months, if we have like this big release coming out, we try to go towards product hunt launch because it's a community where that's very dear and near to us. So we try to leverage them, get their feedback, and and also like get those champions from that community.
Oh,
The
good.
idea.
Smart, smart. And for those affiliate managers out there that go to sites like Product Hunt and see, um, first off, you can see who your evangelists are, and you can turn them into affiliates of your brand. And then you can go check out to see if there might be any negative reviews, and you can take those folks and turn them um, into evangelists in a different kind of way. Like the customer support can go and check those folks out. But like the other portion of this is like you can go to your competitors on Product Hunt and see who has negative reviews. Maybe you go in and turn them into your evangelists of your product, or offer them a free product to try to turn them towards yours. So like there's a myriad of opportunity on Product Hunt. I haven't been in there enough, but I'm glad you guys are big promoters of it. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend checking it out. Every day, I think they have like very cool products that come out. So it's just a good way to also stay in touch with the latest and the greatest products that's out there.
Awesome. Great. All right. As we wind down here, how do we connect with you?
Yeah, I mean, so you can just hit us up on speedybrand.io. There's a chat bot out there. You can also try us out at using our free trial. But you can also hit us up anywhere you find. Like you can be on Instagram, LinkedIn. We are present everywhere. Just message us, and one of our team, or you'll probably hear from one of our either Jatin, me, or Rantik. We are always like watching who's messaging us, and yeah, I mean, we love to chat about anything and everything about AI, about marketing, and we're happy to help.
Yeah. I always love hitting the chat up and seeing your guys' faces and getting replies back from you. Your guys' customer support's been great.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So on Thursday, guest is going to be Andy Cloyd from Super Affiliate. Join us for learn more about affiliate landing pages and other things that Super Affiliate does, which is going to be an exciting episode. Thanks for joining me and spreading the word about affiliate and what your guys' tool does.
Thank you, Dustin. It's great chatting with you.
Awesome. All right, folks. Till next time, we'll see you out there. Later.